I'm talking to the Ramones right now. Joey, Johnny, Judy, and Marky, you have your people here with you.
You got the best fans in the world, you know?
Well, I guess so. They love you. And by the way, your names aren't really Ramon. You just didn't know.
Coincidence.
You never. It's a coincidence.
Yeah.
It just all happened.
When we met in the elevator, we all have the same last name. You know?
You never give your real names, but you don't want your mothers to be subjected to that.
Disgraced.
Right.
Yeah. How'd you?
My mother just left the country, you know.
How did you get together, you guys?
We started like summer of 1974, and we grew up together, lived in the same block. We were friends. Something we always wanted to do.
It's a natural phenomena.
Can you see?
Yes. Well,
Yeah?
don't do it there.
Oh,
It's not the right spot, you know.
All right. And by the way, you know,
I was meaning to get a haircut. You know.
but you didn't have time.
No, it's too many things to do, you know.
What do you do?
What do I do?
What do you guys do all day?
Nothing.
That was a great number
we
that
feel
you did.
cheated that Tom ain't here.
Thanks a lot.
We don't appreciate, you know, not that, you know,
We want to argue with
personal,
him.
You know, right.
What do you want to argue with him about?
Anything.
Okay, well, I'll argue with you about something. I loved your number, but I couldn't understand a word you said. Do you people understand?
We don't sing words, just sounds.
It's all telepathy, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So they have to get it just by osmosing the whole...
They osmosed it in.
You started back in the mid-'70s. I want to know...
I was going to type out a lyric sheet for you tonight, but...
I have it. We want the airways. This business is killing me. The Ku Klux Klan is stealing my baby away.
Yeah.
And teenage
Bad day.
lobotomy. Yeah.
We got it all.
I got it.
right.
I got it. And you're doing really well with it. But you started punk, kind of.
Well,
Well, we consider it genuine rock and roll, you know, from the gut, you know.
rock and roll was meant for punks, and it started
I guess Elvis Presley started
in the
rock and roll or
mid-'50s.
something, you know.
Yeah. But punk is an answer to all the glitter and the stuff that costs a lot of money that you can afford.
punk is just a rebellious rock for all kids all over.
I mean, real rock and roll was punk.
Not a bunch of old men playing music for your mothers and fathers. And that's what you have now. It's what they call rock.
For instance.
Sticks.
Yeah, Styx, Kansas, Foreigner, stuff like that. Your parents should listen to this. I mean,
Is it mellowing
My
out?
mother doesn't even listen to that.
Your mother's more hip than that?
Yeah.
it's just they just want to clean up music and just push
Pat Boone and all that.
mediocrity on the on the public.
So you're back to your tattered jeans and your sneakers and your leather jackets and nothing fancy and just
Well, we
do
just
it.
want to be real. We want to be ourselves and not put on a bunch of phony clothes.
Yeah, but wait a minute now. Is this real?
Well, we wore what we always wore.
Yeah, no, but isn't this a uniform too? I mean, look, you all have
We
the
went
same jacket
over
on.
it. When we started the group, we were talking about what we were going to wear. You know, when we started thinking about it, and we just decided to wear what we had.
This is what we were wearing before we were in the band.
We were thinking of getting dressed up and all that too, you know, and then we decided not to, because
All the big rock stars are wearing what we wear now, like Billy Joel. They're wearing their leather jackets and Queen and.
They're trying to be the Ramones too.
Right. And all those stars.
The Sex Pistols, the Clash, those groups in England went beyond really what you're doing as far as becoming very politically violent, safety pins through their
They
cheeks.
didn't do those things. There were those bands that wanted to play rock music too. It's just a fashion started from clothes stores, and the media just picked up on a few assorted people.
You know how the media's into sensationalism.
And just showed them the Clash and the Sex Pistols don't wear those things.
Hey, Joey, can you look up and, I mean, with your hair like this, see, could you get in a car accident real bad? I mean, you could get hit by a bus.
Right. Well, you know, I've had a few scrapes there, you know, but I think God's on my side tonight.
That's dangerous. And then you got the glasses besides.
Yes, right.
But you guys have to have fun with it. You have a sense of humor about the whole thing, right?
Well, rock's meant to be fun.
Right.
The man says without a smile on his face. Are you laughing? No. With us or at us?
I know, you know.
Well, no, I'm kind of worried about you, Joey.
Well, I'm pretty happy myself.
Are you?
I've been waiting 2 years to be on this show, you know.
How do you feel about the bands that you really inspired back in the mid-'70s, like Blondie and these people, that have, in a sense, commercially eclipsed you? Does that make you mad at all?
No. I mean, they took that way to do that and play, you know, disco music and things like that to make it. We do what we believe in. We have our integrity, and we're happy doing what we do.
We're the only band that's probably the only band that stuck to its original ideals. You know, everybody else took the easy route. You know, everybody else either went the sound of Bruce Springsteen, like Elvis Costello and people like that, or they went disco, or they went reggae, or something like that. And we're the only band that stuck to our original idea, you know. And
which was hard-driving rock and roll.
That's what rock and roll's all about, you know.
Yeah.
And we're not mad. We're doing what we want to do, and we're happy doing this.
And you're making some money,
Right.
obviously.
I mean, there's room for everybody. There's no reason to shut out one kind of music, you know. There's room for everybody, you know.
What about radio? You
What
guys
about
have said, well, you guys have said that you're not thrilled about. Do you get a lot of airplay?
No.
Why not?
Because radio is like television, and all they want to do is push crap on the public. Not this show. This show is one of the better shows on television. I'm talking about... I mean, I'd say something bad about this show, too, but I just feel that way. I mean, I'm just talking about situation comedies and things like that.
On, if that's what you
right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about situation comedies.
But what about
like
radio? Yeah, that must make you mad,
Like
because you really...
Yeah,
you really thrive. I mean, you survive on airplay, don't you? You need that to sell your records. So.
Yeah.
Well,
it helps.
Radio just turned into a big business. It's you know, just pushing mediocrity and just like it's just all they care about is money now. Like take the '60s, it was definitely the most innovative time in the history of rock and roll and radio, where they play everything and they look for new things to play. And the DJs were the hip people, and they turned us onto the Beatles and various people like that. I mean, nowadays, you know, the DJs could care less. It's just a salary, and it's just radio's totally sterile. You know, it's
they play their hit list.
And homogenous.
You don't really need it, though.
Really?
We haven't had it, and we're getting along just fine without it. Yeah! And kids don't, just because there is no radio doesn't mean that kids have to be stuck with mediocrity and not thinking. They just have to discover things on their own, whether it's us or anyone else. You know.
Do you write all your own stuff?
Yeah, well, we've done a few covers by some other people too. Mm-hmm. But mostly we write our own songs.
Phil Spector did one of your albums.
Yeah, he produced one.
Yeah. What have you got in the future?
Well, our new album just came out, Pleasant Dreams. It came out a month ago. And we're just touring America right now. We'll be going to the Midwest this coming month. And
how do you do in the Midwest?
Oh, very good. It's a good place.
Do those people understand what you're about?
Oh, yeah. Kids are the same everywhere. I mean, basically, if you want to come and have a good time and be entertained. So, you know, everywhere's the same.
It's the kids in the suburbs, like the Midwest, that are really kind of cheated, because you know, a lot of people don't go to that. You know, like we hit all the nooks and crannies, you know, whereas a lot of the big bands just play all the 20,000 Civic auditoriums in the country, and we don't, you know, we play for the people, you know, whereas they play for the money, and they could care less if the kids can dance or see, you know, or if the bouncer breaks their head, they can care less, you know.
Well, actually, you don't. You know, I've seen these big bands come through, and these big groups, like say,
too, you know?
Yeah, they come by and they have 9,000 people following them. I mean, you don't need all that money anyway. You don't put it into clothes. I mean, right?
But we don't go out to the Midwest and really shock anybody. We're just the same as they are. We're not. We may be a group based out of New York, but we're all kids from Queens. We're suburban people. And we have the same problems that everybody else has in Detroit or in Ohio or anywhere else. And
we got
that's why kids are relating to us.
But you do. The Ramones, thanks very much for coming down. You sure you're okay, Joey?
Yes, I'll survive.
All right, okay. Thanks very much. They started out in a pink store and they've...
There we go.